In this video, I want to talk about tracker knives and take a look at one that I picked up recently. Stick around. I want to give another shout out to Legion Tactical Cutlery. He's just got an infectious enthusiasm toward knives, and if you follow his channel, you're going to get to see all kinds of blades being put on display. And the other day, he showcased a tracker knife from Tops that was just a beautiful blade, one that I would love to have. A little bit pricey and a little bit more than I typically spend on a knife. I think the most I've ever spent on a knife is about 115 bucks because it gets to a point to where I won't use them if I spend too much money on them. That's just how I am. I understand that you do get what you pay for in most cases, okay? Sometimes you don't get what you pay for, and sometimes you get more than what you paid for. This video is not just going to be a review. This is going to be about tracker knives in general. I'm hoping to kind of hear from everybody in the comments as far as what tracker you like, you know, which one have you been using, what do you think about it, and all that kind of stuff. So you're going to hear me talking about a lot of stuff other than the knife that I want to show you. I want to say from the onset that I am brand new to tracker knives. I've never owned a tracker knife. In fact, the first time I ever even heard of this kind of knife was watching the Tommy Lee Jones Benicio del Toro film, The Hunted, which in my opinion is an awesome movie, worthy of owning. I don't go out and buy just any movie. If I go out and buy a movie to own it, I really like the movie. And as of late, I've been kind of wanting to go back and revisit that film. You know, being into knives the way that I am, it's kind of hard to not like that film. And that's the first time I ever saw a tracker knife. And the knife he uses in that film is the Beck Wilderness Survival Knife. And if you was to buy that knife today, you'd pay right at $2,000 for that tracker. And let's be honest, man, movies, they do a really good job of selling us, man, because when you see something you like being used on film and used effectively, it makes you want that item all the more, man. How many people over time have wanted a Rambo knife? You know, we see things like this being used in movies. It makes us want one. And that's probably one of the reasons why this particular tracker costs so much. And I'm not gonna lie, at some point, I'm probably gonna pay $175 to get the Heartstopper knife from Rambo Last Blood. Now, let's take a look at this knife. This is the Black Wolf tracker knife. This is Damascus steel. I think it's got a gorgeous look to it. I picked this up off of Amazon the other day. It was marked completely in half, and you know, since I'm kind of new to tracker knives, I figured I would start light and take a look at something budget first. Now, when I read you the specs on this, you're going to understand why I am very perplexed at the price. This is a custom handmade twist Damascus steel blade made right here in the USA. It's full tang with a micarta handle. It's 10 inches altogether in length with a 5-inch handle and a 5-inch blade. Comes with a premium sheath here with a left hand front belt cross draw and a right hand belt scalp carry. So as you can see, this is just a beautiful knife. I mean, it's just a beautiful knife. Now, something I want to point out here is that this is a very subtle drop off right here. You know, right here. Some of these tracker knives, man, there's like a huge drop off between this point and this point. This one does not have much of a drop off, but yet it is there. I could see that being very, very effective in, you know, gutting, skinning, and all that kind of stuff. Again, I've never owned one, never used one. I know some guys will take this part and carve with it and slice with this. It comes fairly sharp out of the box, and it does cut paper. It's not the strongest paper cutter, but it does cut. Now, this is not shaving sharp just yet. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more of an edge on this to get it shaving sharp. I was talking to a guy today about tracker knives, and he was like, man, aren't those things kind of a sharpening nightmare? And I don't really think so. This end right here is easy to sharpen, and they send you a sharpener that's about this wide that can be used to sharpen this edge pretty easily. And I don't think this is a sharpening nightmare at all. I think it's pretty easy to put an edge on this, and you're gonna have to if you're gonna shave. When you receive this in the mail, it is covered in oil. I mean, soaked in it from the tip of the blade all the way to the end of the handle, probably just to keep it well in storage, but I'm talking smothered in oil. But it's easy to wipe off, and I gotta admit, I think it smells pretty good. The description says this blade is 5 millimeters thick, but it doesn't look 5 millimeters thick to me. It looks more like 4, but that's what's listed in the description. And there's the logo on the blade. This Damascus steel is $10.95 combined with 15 N20 steels. This weighs about 0.9, so it's got some good weight to it. Now, I've been saving the best for last, and I'm bringing this review to a conclusion. Do you know what I paid for this? Drum roll. 20 bucks. I don't get it. I don't know how they were able to sell this to me for $20. Now, it was marked down from 40 bucks. It was 40 bucks originally. I have been looking at budget tracker knives that were considered decent. They ranged anywhere from $40 to $60. From what I can tell, a budget tracker with some credibility ranges from 40 to 60 bucks. I've got my eyes on the, I think it's called the Bobcat, and it's about $52. This was originally 40, marked down to 20. So if you like this, now is the time to get it. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get no commission off of this, but if you like this, now's the time to go to Amazon and get this tracker knife. I got it for 20 bucks. I'm seriously thinking about buying one more. I feel like it's going to be a great knife. I don't know when and where I'll use this. Right now, I'm just admiring it. And I hope you enjoyed the review. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you've got a lot of expertise with regards to trackers and what you can use them for, or successes that you've had in the past, or particular trackers that you like, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, my friend. Take care.